Namaskaram, my dear friends, I'm back again. This episode I want to dedicate it to the month of hearts as it is Valentine's Day. Wait, if I publish this on Friday, so it's Valentine's Day like 2 days ago? But basically I recorded this just before Valentine's Day, so and since it's Valentine's Day, let's talk about love. So to be honest, love for me has evolved throughout the years. I'm turning 34. Well, by the time you guys have seen this, I have turned 34. But through 34 years of existence, I learned how to love, how to accept being loved, and enjoy the sweetness that is love. Though love is technically all-encompassing, something really relatable to everyone is a partner. And let me tell you all about my partner, Brent. So we met in 2017, I think. I really can't remember, but we were both in the military. I would say 2017 because I know he's been in the battalion before I joined the battalion because he's a senior to me like a year. But I think I really noticed him maybe the beginning of 2018. And there really was nothing much there, I know him. I remember the very first time I saw him, he had a really huge smile on his face just because his Brent. Okay, so much for that. So let's just talk about moments where my hair metaphorically got longer and longer because of how much he cares for me and how much I appreciate that. I think back in 2019, I think it was in 2019 was the beginning of when we started getting close. One cute moment I encountered with him was we were with a group of friends and I was eating my chicken wings. Yes, I still ate meat then. So when I was eating my chicken wings and we were all group of friends, I didn't have enough ranch for my chicken wings. And I was looking around the table where I can find more ranch. And I saw one of our friends who has a cup of ranch that he didn't really use. And this friend of ours was sitting right next to Brent. And so I kind of looked at Brent and he saw me look at him. And I kind of told him, hey, can you give me the ranch right next to you, which is not his, but his friends, our friends. And then he looked at me and he's like, no, don't get his ranch. Get mine instead. So he gave me his ranch and I thought that was really sweet. Because Brent is the type of person who doesn't really trust other people's food, or just the sharing of food makes him think a certain way that it could be contaminated and such. But that moment we weren't even really dating yet. He was concerned enough to not give me could be contaminated ranch and gave me his ranch instead. Oh, how sweet. And fast forward, kind of started dating. We went on some dates. Really not a lot of dates. He's not the type of person who would go on dates, but we did hike a really, really tall mountain once, and I think that was one of the best things that happened between us because it was a great experience. But that's not the next story I'm going to tell you all. So when we started dating, he was fixing his car in one of our friends' garage. And when he was fixing it, I didn't really trust how they were doing it because the way they ramped up his car was kind of iffy, kind of unstable, I think, in my opinion. And I promise you, I couldn't look at him fixing his car because to me, I was just so scared looking at him being under the car with such unstable platform, in my opinion. So Brent is someone you can't say no to, or Brent is someone you can't say how to do things. He's gonna do things his way. So I just went away from the situation so I don't have to see what's going on. So I think I was just hanging out in the garden. And then after a while, one of our friends came to me and he was like, oh, Brent's looking for you. He said you can go back in. He's okay. The fact that our friend said that, clearly Brent kind of told him to look out and check on me to make sure I was okay and not to be worried of him being under the car. Oh, third cute story. Oh. Brent is not the type of person who would give gifts. Give gifts meaning he's not the type of person who would buy gifts. He would give me a bunch of random things that he knows I would like and I would appreciate, and I have accumulated a lot already from him. But he wouldn't purposely buy something for me just because he doesn't even buy a lot of things for himself. That's just the kind of person he is. But one time we went to go visit his mom, and it was like in Florida, and we just went into a store, and it was just like window shopping, etc. And I don't know what had happened, but he went to like the pants section where I was looking at, and he asked me to pick a pair of pants, and then he asked me to pick a pair of shirt, and I'm like, okay, I like this. Oh, and I like this pants. And when we went to the cashier, I saw a pair of earrings that was really pretty. They were like white daisies. And I'm like, oh, these are too cute. And I was ready to pay for them because, you know, I wouldn't expect Brand to pay for them. But I said, no, I got it. And he paid for my pants and my shirt and my earrings. And I thought that was a very precious thing he did, because it's something that he usually doesn't do, but he did for me. Oh, cute story number 4. Okay, this is really not like random story, but this is like what Brand constantly does for me. So you all know about Amavasya and Purnami. As the moon changes, so does my emotions. Usually I pick a fight with Brand when it's either the full moon or the new moon, but mostly it's for the new moon. And I don't know, I just get really emotional. I feel like he becomes my emotional punching bag. Not that I'm very, very abusive with my emotional punching. It's just that I talk to him a lot and I have a lot of emotions, and it's just something that he has to deal with, because something that he says wrong could trigger me again. I'm already triggered in some way, and the phases of the moon kind of like heightens that triggeredness, and I have nobody else but Brand. So I go talk to Brand, usually through the phone because we're geographically apart right now. And I would either talk to him or text him, and it is so graceful how he handles me, because he's witnessed and experienced my emotional outbursts at times where he wasn't really aware, or he wasn't really trained enough to handle me, and he would unintentionally trigger me more. But this time, because he has encountered enough iterations of my emotional outbursts, he knows when to speak, he knows when to stop talking, he knows when to listen, and he knows the right words to say just to calm me down and be human again. Very interesting, this Brand. Very graceful in how loving he is to me. 5th thing that makes Brand so precious to me and to our lives is how much he loves our daughter Lily. It's interesting because this world is mostly about transactions, like our day-to-day lives at work, the streets. Really, a lot of it is transactions. And at home, you know, we kind of have to give and take, because the home has to run as an ecosystem as well. And there has to be schedules and organizations and systems to get things going. It's amazing to see a person who was not related to you and is now related to you because of your guys' children. For us, our child Lily. And his love towards her is so unconditional. It's so wonderful to see. Wonderful to witness that someone who can sometimes be shelled, his emotions can be in a box, but with Lily, he's just so graceful, so giving, so unconditional with his love towards her. And it's amazing to see, it's amazing to witness, because that in itself flowers into something so wonderful. But don't get me wrong, because Brent and I's relationship has gone through a lot. We've had moments where things are not well, we thought we were not going to make it. But I think at the end of the day, because we chose to stay, more than just about attraction, more than just about the wonderful moments or the sense of benefiting from each other. But he chose to stay for our daughter, and he chose to love me too for our daughter. And it's interesting because people can be broken. People don't know how to love sometimes because of how we were brought up or how we've experienced our childhood when things were just not right. But as we grow and as we get out of our shell and as we learn the beauty there is in this world, love always comes along. And love is never accidental because love is a choice. And for Bran, he chose to love me and Lily. And we're such a lucky family. So what I've learned throughout this journey of love, with some success and failures, what I've realized is the sweetness of love manifests with some strong foundations. The foundation of absolute inclusion, and with no hesitation in just giving it your all, love blossoms. And the blossom is always as sweet as can be. And I'm glad I'm able to experience this in this lifetime. I hope you all too. I hope you all experience the sweetness there is in love, the blossom there is in love, the grace there is in love. And from me to y'all, happy Valentine's Day! Until next time, bye!